Hey, what's up everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross 2, the official video game, where today we're playing a brand new downloadable content that came out this week called The Playground. And this is a uber awesome compound that the Milestone guys have come up with, and some really creative and fun ideas on this compound. I'm going to start off by just hitting the national track, and we'll go ahead and kind of ride around the whole facility, honestly, because the national track goes all the way through it. But this may be one of my favorite Milestone tracks of all time that I've ever played. Like this track, this national track, is a lot of fun. It has a really good flow to it, and it goes in and out of these trees and has a lot of cool characteristics of it, of which I'll talk about. But this appears to be the finish line jump through the trees here. The start is over there on the left side, and you'll also notice I'm running this new set of gear and bike livery, which is a graphic set. That is if you get all the collectibles on this little compound here, which I've already done, and that I'll show you guys in another video where I kind of show you where all the collectibles are in case you're confused about where any of them may be. A lot of them are pretty visible and easy to see, but a couple are a little bit tucked away and hidden, and maybe not the easiest to know. So anyway, this is the playground. As I said, it is, I believe it was $5.99 on the Steam store. Obviously, it'd be on the PlayStation store and Xbox Marketplace as well. But then there's just so much to do on this compound. Honestly, you know, it instead of it just being a little, free ride play around compound, there's this national track that I'm riding. It's got a lot of really cool features on it. I mean, the track itself is very long, and then there's 3 Supercross tracks on it, of which all have different technical kind of skills and abilities, and one of them even has something that we haven't seen yet in the game, which is a split section. So that's kind of cool. This entire compound appears to be kind of based on like a semi-abandoned factory or plant or something like that, that's right on the edge of a coastline to either a river or a lake of some kind up in these mountains. Not really sure like what the setting is supposed to be, but if I go down, I'll go kind of halfway around this track again, get to the start again, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That there's like a lake, and then there's a gigantic bridge that goes over top of the entire compound, which you can see right above me there. It's that like kind of teal / turquoise looking bridge. But anyway, if I come down here to the first turn area, get all big and whipped out on that one, you can look out, see there's kind of like a little dock down here, and then I guess that would be a lake, right? Because it's way too big for a river, unless it's like the Mississippi River or something like that. Guess I can actually explore a little bit, go down to this dock now, and you can see where the edge of the map is. One of the collectibles is actually down here on this dock, but again, you'll see that in a video later, so we can kind of take a look out. See, it's just a little lake out there, kind of a bridge that goes across. Looks like a gigantic bridge. That must have been a nightmare to build. But yeah, so I showed you guys the national track. Here's a little shipping container yard. Lots of little cool places you can kind of go in and out of down here. Do a couple different things. And then over here, I think this is the SX2 track. Yeah, the SX2 track. So here's the compound map, by the way. You saw me do the entire national track. The SX3 compound is bottom right. I'm at the SX2 compound where my dot is blinking, and the SX1 track is in the upper left-hand corner. So let's go ahead and take a look at SX2 just to start with. It's actually kind of, I feel like a pseudo replica of East Rutherford 2019 a little bit. Kind of a changed up section, but you see this first corner area, and then like technically if I were to go straight right there, it'd be a replica, but doubles across the start here. Then it has like, I guess, a rhythm lane over here, just a little triple, and then a sand section. But the actual like track layout is very similar, as I said, to East Rutherford, so if you can kind of have a reference point there. And then another cool thing about the compound, I should say, as with the initial compound that comes with the game, is that you can have cyclical weather, which basically is just weather that is constantly changing. This is kind of cool too, a split section, a little on-off into a whoop section, another on-off, and then a rhythm section at the exit here. And I'll take the other split section on the way out. I just set it to daytime weather though, by the way, so you won't see the changing of weather conditions. But you can have it so that it goes into nighttime. Let me go back to goggle view actually. Want to rip a tear off. Gotta hit a triple first. There we go. Nice. So yeah, the weather will cycle. You'll get rain, it'll go dry, it'll come back to rain, it'll go to nighttime. And that's a really cool feature to the game for sure. I mean, there's not many games, motocross or motorsport-wise even, that do something like that. I'll go down the right side of the split this time. Little whoops in, little on-off, to another on-off, to a small set of whoops out, and I guess double, triple through the end of this rhythm section. That would be the SX2 track. The SX1 track is maybe kind of the coolest area of the entire map, I would say. So I'm in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm working my way up the left-hand side of the map right now. And then if you come over this rise here on the left side, you can work your way down into this awesome little like quarry zone that has the SX1 track on it over here. And it's like right next to this power plant facility. I'll hop on the SX1, do a couple laps around here. This one is meant to be a little less technical, kind of more your like standard small jumps. It honestly even has a little bit of an arena cross feel to it just because the lanes are so small. There's 6 lanes that go back and forth, but it does feel rather small to me at least. What I really actually have been enjoying about these tracks, these Supercross tracks that they put in the game, is the berms hold you in so much better than the standard berms that they have in the regular racing tracks in game, the custom tracks, the actual replica tracks, I should say. These berms are just like a dream come true. They just set you in, you can rip through them. It feels so nice, so clean. Love it. But yeah, pretty standard track, like I said, nothing really crazy out there, wild. Did a couple time trials on each of these tracks already, and I'm sure you can probably find my lap times online and try to race my Ghost or something like that. Fun little track though, for sure. Like I said, it does feel a little bit tighter. It's meant to be kind of more standard and easy. But like I said, this corner of the map I feel is maybe the coolest part because it has a track down here in this quarry. But if we can kind of go off over here, little way to get up the hill up over here. Looks like the shadows just freaked out again. And then you end up by the facility up here. There's an overlook to our left if I go this way. So there's a way to jump back down into the canyon off of this thing, or a little overlook pad, which you can't actually get on. I could try to show you actually. I tried to, believe me, but there's like an invisible wall right there. So can't get in there. But you can go over to this little power plant facility type thingy-majig. A couple ways in through the fence, obviously. Little areas you can go through over here. And this is where the track was, obviously. And then over here, there's actually a really cool feature as well that you have to use to get one of the collectible items. To get up onto the roof, you go this way and hop up here. A couple things you can ride across, and there's a little bridgeway / paddock thing that you can ride over as well. You can get on this roof. Collectible is kind of over here. I haven't yet figured out whether or not there's a way to hop over this fence and get into this facility or not. Obviously, you can hop up to here. Oh, maybe not. My bad. Just trying to show something off. But this part of the plant, I guess, is fenced off, so you can't get to it. I haven't yet checked whether or not you can jump to it from that roof, but I will do so now since I have you guys in a video. Must be like some sort of like shipping yard or something like that as well, because there's a lot of train tracks kind of miscellaneously strewn about through this compound as well. The train is actually kind of a big part of the map that you'll realize in a second. Let's see if I can... oh well. Yeah, it reset me. Alright, so can't get over that fence, but understandable, I guess. You can kind of ride through these little silos over here as well, but you can't go up the stairs on them, as I pretty much expected you wouldn't be able to. I'll show you just for proof that you can't. Keep hitting the outside of it, but yeah, there's nothing. Just hit an invisible wall, basically. All right, so continuing on from over here, need to find the exit from the fence. All right, so heading back over to kind of by where you start. You start over at that mobile, what is it, a trailer, I guess? It's a cool little bridge over here. You can ride up on top of the bridge. Again, another collectible will be over here, but the bridge isn't as important as the collectible, obviously. It kind of goes over the racetrack, and then there's actually a little pathway you can take down in between the hills here. A little dugout section that you can ride under. You can ride over the pillars on top of that. This takes you down to the SX2 track, which of course I've already ridden. So we'll swing all the way around this way and take you over to the SX3 track, which is maybe the kind of most technical track. It's got some pretty cool rhythms. It's got that split section that I talked about. So here's the SX3 track over here. Hop over and go onto the starting line, so you guys can get a full lap instead of just this little casual run through the track. Starts this way though and just goes down to the end of the stadium. One thing that I wish, now that I see it, is that they would give us these over-under bridges that are included with this map as a customizable option when you create a custom track, because these over-under bridges are just so much better than the ones that they give us in the game. They just like, I love these rhythm lanes though. Very technical, that's for sure. Then up here is the split section, so you go on off, and then you can choose to go right or left. You go left this time. I went right the first time. Just little switchbacks here. Be pretty interesting to do an online race and see people go in different directions and come back together. And then over the bridge, land down here to the left, little whoop section, and then before the finish line jump, a little triple. Turn it around, over the finish line jump. And that is a lovely little lap here at the SX3 track. But again, there's still a couple more cool things I want to show you guys before I just completely leave you guys here. I want to kind of finish one more lap around this track, because why not? Definitely a very, very fun Supercross track though. I mean, it's honestly maybe one of the more well put together tracks that they have in this game, just with the way the rhythm lanes flow, the berms feel. I just really enjoy it. Whether or not you will is up to your own discretion, obviously. Hip jump. Alright, so there's this little area over here. It has a couple collectibles on it. It has one up top, one down below. A little area that you can jump into. Well, it's trying to jump all the way up on top, but I guess I can't. This is, I don't know, I guess just a little storage depot over here. It has some storage bins and Bobcat, a couple other things up here, water truck. Just a couple cool little things. Then come down this way. This is kind of joining up back with the national track. There's a little launch pad right there. And then maybe like the most intricately detailed part of the map is this little canyon over here. Obviously there's this bridge. Oh, which I guess, can I ride up this bridge? I didn't think I could, but it totally just let me start riding up it. Nope, there's an invisible wall, so can't get onto this bridge. But there's a canyon gap, which again, there will be another collectible item that you can pick up through there. And this goes over the national track, which is like a little drain pipe kind of thing that goes through the middle of it. I'll go down to that canyon in a second, but clear the canyon gap first, because why not? So hop on over to the other side. Pretty big gap for sure. And then I'll go this way and come on down into the little canyon. But this is just really cool. It just drops down. Obviously there, is like a pipeway or some spillway that would run through here. Just maybe doing like some construction work in this little canyon, so they dug it back out, or maybe this is just meant to be open the entire time. I'm not a construction worker, so I don't know for sure. And then another cool feature, again, another thing that will have a collectible item on it, is there's a little swamp over here in the trees, and the shadows finally fix themselves. So here's a little swamp right here. It's got a little hop thing over it, little ramp. If I can get to it. Boom, right into the tree. All right, so there's these ramps that you can jump over the little swamp over here. And then maybe the final thing that I could show you is at the back end of this facility. There's just another little kind of space or area back here. So I'll take you back here. But again, the tracks, I would say, are maybe the most like appetizable thing about it. The environment itself is really cool. It's a unique environment. But the tracks are really, really fun. Easy playability for sure. So yeah, here's this little like kind of storage area back here. It's got a burning bin. It's got some tractor equipment back here. Some graffiti on all these tractor things. 237, I think is what that says. So, and then Bebo. Sometimes I look around at like these graffiti things and just try to imagine if there's an Easter egg about something in here. But I haven't yet developed whether or not there is an official Easter egg of any kind. I think that this would be a good place to hide it if there was. Stupid tree. So yeah, this is the playground. Again, I believe it's $5.99 on the store. Really fun, honestly. Like, I've enjoyed playing this since I picked it up. Did all the collectibles. Again, you'll see that in another video. Just a really, really cool map. Like, you don't see this type of environment. I don't think I've ever seen it in a video game, something like this. That's like a construction yard, storage facility on the edge of a lake, mixed in the trees. Yeah, just overall, like, really, really cool stuff. And a lot of different little interesting things to do. I'm sure there's a lot more that I've already missed in walking around the compound, or riding around the compound, I should say. But you can obviously get it for yourself, ride through these trails, figure out what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and try it out for yourself. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little video here of the playground DLC in Monster Energy Supercross 2, the official video game. Yeah, try it out for yourself. Let me know. And if you guys need anything answered about the compound or anything specific, I'd be happy to help out as well. But thanks for watching another video here on Start Your Systems. As always, my name is Kellen, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.